Sean with Inside Fashion Design, here with Dawn. Now, John, you said yourself you're kind of a Jill of all trades.
Yes, that is true. Yeah.
That's a great way to introduce yourself. How'd you get started in the fashion world in Portland? Let's start with that.
It's actually really a very unique story. I started out with a plus-size fashion show called Curvy Chic Closet.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And I started out as a photographer, and then I modeled for them in one show, and then I designed for them in another show.
Oh my gosh.
And now I'm attempting to produce my own show. I was going to do a show this past year, but apparently it wasn't my time yet.
Okay.
So, but it's still going to happen.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about it. Like your vision, can you share
Well,
anything like
the
names,
vision-
anything like that?
The vision for this show that I really want to do is called Fashion Cares.
Oh.
And the theme this coming year is going to be a queer winter solstice celebration,
I love that.
where we feature body shapes of all shapes, all ages, all sizes, all nationalities, everybody, because everybody belongs on the runway.
Absolutely.
And we need to be as inclusive as possible. So one of the reasons I am doing this is because, well, it's mostly for the queer community because we need a lot more representation.
I agree.
And the runway is not just for straight, skinny, and white, because everybody deserves a chance to be on the runway.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the goals of this show that I would like to do. So I'm in the process of actually raising money for this.
Fantastic.
And this month, we're actually, since we couldn't have the show, the original show was actually for Outside In. So this month, we're actually doing a fundraiser on the Fashion Cares Facebook page that we're doing a fundraiser for Outside In, which is a charity for the local homeless community here in Portland.
Really?
So not only are we about showcasing different body shapes, sizes, and everybody on the runway, we're also doing some philanthropic work to help our community. So we're actually using fashion to help our community.
Okay. Are you a Portland native or are you a transplant here?
I've lived here in Portland since 1992. Many, many years ago in a galaxy far, far away. I was a drag performer.
Really?
At the Embers Avenue, rest in peace. And I was also the hostess of a cable access show called Galactic Groove for about 10 years. I was on Portland Community Media.
That's so cool.
And I've done a lot of incarnations of being an entertainer and a producer here in Portland. Just before the pandemic, I did produce a few shows. One of the shows was actually a fundraiser for Planned Parenthood.
Really?
Yes. So it's like I like to use my art to help people in the community.
I love that. It seems like, you think back 10, 15 years ago, all fashion shows had like a really bad rep of, 6 foot tall models, size 00.
Oh, God.
The fact that you're like that fresh air that we need, that like it's not a bad industry, especially like, the Northwest fashion industry. It's such an inclusive place. Like no one feels like alienated or anything. I love that you're just kind of bringing that to the forefront in your shows and in your designs.
The way I see it, fashion is a revolution, and we need to start, saying, hey, we need to start giving the middle finger to the mainstream and just say, hey, all of us belong on the runway, no matter what we look like, no matter what our abilities are, what our disabilities are, how tall or how short we are, or how old we are.
Now, with that kind of conventional knowledge of like, I don't look like a model, as a soon-to-be producer for a fashion show, what do you say to those people who are maybe too intimidated to design or model or walk? Do you have any words of wisdom to them?
I would say actually go for it because it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. You just got to be you, and life is too short.
I couldn't agree more. Inside Fashion Design, our big focus for 2025 is trying to help the community what can we do to help you kind of get where you need to go with your fashion shows, with your designs? What can we do to help you?
Well, first of all, since this show didn't happen in 2024, I'm still going to make it happen in 2025, especially if I have to raise the money myself. But, but in fashion, I've noticed that there's a certain standard, like you can't be this or you can't be that. Well, why can't in fashion just everybody be themselves and just look fabulous doing it?
I love that. Fundraiser event right now. Let's plug that one more time. And then is there a place that you're promoting your shows, like Instagram, Facebook? What's the best way to kind of find you and what you're doing so people can support you?
Okay, well, my photography page is Artsy Chick Photography on Instagram. And then also I have House of Lumos, which is my designer page where I make a lot of really unique jewelry. And I do a lot of crafters fairs with that. So I sold my unique earrings and my necklaces there. So I made these.
I love that.
Yeah. And then there's Fashion Cares PDX, which is the Instagram and the Facebook page for the show. So
fantastic. And Winter Solstice show, so I assume December timeframe you're kind of shooting for?
It's going to be a Winter Solstice queer celebration.
So November, December, somewhere around there?
Somewhere around December. We haven't really nailed down a date yet.
I'm so excited. I'm going to keep following up with you. Hopefully we'll see a great show because I would love to go to it.
Yeah. Great.
Anything else you want to say for 2025?
Don't let the bastards get you down.
I love that. Dawn, it's been a great talking to you, and we'll see you for the next one.